All right, so I just want to separate it, but while I'm thinking about it, I just want to address this. Here's another part of the label game that I don't get is this black-white thing that they've been playing, and that, you know, you're able to get people to hop onto it, is just ridiculous. Okay, so where I'm going at it with is in terms of this biracial piece, right? Cool. Under the U.S. terminology and indoctrination, they've taught the people so-called races, these fake labels, but those are the labels under the United States. So everything is broken down into black-white under the United States. So then people break it down so simplistically as to, I'm biracial, I'm black and white. Those aren't ethnicities, so what are you talking about? You are, right? Because where does you are go at when there's an Olympics? They don't talk in terms when they go nationally, right? Like, you got to look at who when people are talking and who they're talking to, right? When they're talking to the world, they use you in your proper terms. The United States is all about American. Go America. They hand out flags and all that shit. Right? Not one time when you watch the Olympics will you ever hear them talk about black. Not once. The whole damn Olympics. How is that? But then we come back here there's no Olympics, and in the United States, everything turns back to black, including the people using the terms. So then when we're identifying ourselves or our children or other people they've been knocking down these statues, and there's enough with this biracial BS, right? Meaning that, okay, let's just say, under the so-called race terms, there's what the U.S. looks at it as. People will be able to the so-called white people will say, my mom is Irish and German, and then my dad is Dutch and French. Then they'll turn around and that just ends up being white. But then you say biracial. So if that can be so-called biracial, then obviously race is just a thing by itself, but that's not ethnicity. Because you just said that you use French, German, Dutch, and whatever. That's more than two. And if you know anything, black and white is not an ethnicity. Right? So people are caught up in the term race, and they're not breaking it down. What a race is, right? These fake labels that you're attaching to, and then you're calling yourself. No one's making you call yourself that. No one's handcuffing you and making you do it. They're just presenting a lot of different things and bringing it up here and there. They say politically correct as African American, but hell, you see it everywhere. They say it on television. They code 5. We got a black male, black. You can't get people under the way it is now. You can't get them to use the terms that you want them, that they say under their own rules what is politically correct. They're not even using it right now. No one's saying shit. They're using it. So and so's black and white, black and white. So then they turn around and feed you all these fake ass graphs and telling you, blacks make up only 13% or 17% of the population. Well, then they turn around and group white. So if they're using black, then they're using white. Well, yeah, if you fucking include the Germans, the Italians, and the Dutch, and the French, and whatever all the so-called white labels, well, yeah, you're going to be more. But when you break that shit down, that 13 is up there. You're not this minority. Your group is not this small ass group of how they're trying to do it. But if you use their fucking labels, you're always going to look like and be asking to try, you're under something all the time and you're trying to ask. Versus if you use your proper label, you don't have to ask nobody. You're overstanding. Right? So I didn't live being this under this construct biracial person, but I definitely can understand. I can understand. I can't overstand because I've never have lived that. But hell yeah, I've lived being this. Right? So I get that there's some stuff that you won't be able to overstand. But I'm being very technical in the terms. Under the platform that you're using, is there a box that they give you that says biracial? Is there a box that says Creole? See what I'm saying? I get it. In conversation, Adrian fully understands what someone is saying. But when things are being technical, like for those of y'all that are involved in politics and all that other stuff, and you're using these labels, right? Well, it's very technical. It's very technical, and as in the who is what and what the entity that you're talking about, because most of the entities aren't living entities or real things. They're just under that platform. But the people like to put the emotion into it. And it's not an emotional game. It's a is what it is game. So that biracial stuff is coming up with this Kamala Harris, and it's cool. I wasn't asking in other people what the hell they think she is. I was talking about on paper, and I want to know who she says she is, because I hadn't heard it. So I was really asking. I hadn't heard her say who she is. I knew I had seen on paper two different things. Then people are telling me, oh, Indian and Jamaican. Okay. Jamaican is a nationality. There's several different ethnicities that can be Jamaican nationality. Right? So when you're saying who you are, you have to go more than this fake label race. Right? And the other people that you know that can never overstand but can only understand and think that they can understand, it's not as simple as black and white and biracial. That's minimizing something else, right? Like someone answered, they're saying, Kamala Harris is Indian and black. See how Indian is different than black? They made black according to, in that platform that they're using it in, black could be in German, can be in England, can be in Puerto Rico, can be in Spain. Right? Why does it People want to make it not matter, but yeah, does it matter to my everyday life? No, but it's mattering to so many people's lives because they get to attach almost like a college fan base of going to your college. It's like they get to attach to the label. And you see it in UFC, you see it in boxing, they always attach the flag. Well, when you attach the flag, you're talking about nationality, not ethnicity. So they say so-and-so representing Brazil. So-and-so representing the United States. So-and-so representing Croatia, Lithuania. Right? Those nationalities. The Olympics, they're representing countries. You've never seen representing black. You've never seen representing black and white come walking out on the open day parade ceremonies with a damn flag. You haven't seen that before. So miss me with this black and white is who somebody is. You can't be, if you can't go to the Olympics and walk out there with a flag, that can't be who you are. Well, you can be who you want to be because all this self-identifying. But that's what, to me, is, I'm letting you know, self-identifying doesn't mean that that's who the hell you are. And that's what I'm trying to say about it. Hey.